Hey guys, good morning. I wanted to share a little something with you this morning. This is the Hoya Bella I just got. And I don't know if you can appreciate this. Well, this morning I put her in the prop box the other day, figuring, the shock of traveling and all that. I found 2 leaves had fallen off. And can you see that? It looks like from the stem, like there's some yellowing going on. Now, I've heard that these guys can be a little dramatic. However, I am going to look at the roots, although it's a little soon. I normally wouldn't mess with this since I just got it, but before I end up losing the whole thing. I mean, I don't know. Do you see the yellowing in the stem here? I'm afraid to lose the whole thing. If I have to chop it and put it in fluval stratum and reroot it, I'll do that. So I just wanted to share this with you. See, as I am doing some rehab, there are a couple of things here on the table that need either repotting. My 3 kings over there, the syngonium, I'll show you that in a few. That's been dropping a lot of leaves. Just not looking its best. Okay, so I don't know if this plant is just kind of in shock. You see the roots? I mean, I don't know. Trying to see if the stem maybe is soft at all. I'm not sure what to do with this. I don't know if it smells funny. Can you see? I'm sorry. I'm trying to see the screen and the light is blinding me, but I wanted you to see it. Its true colors. Here, this was looking pinkish, now it's looking more yellowish. So I don't know. What should I do? I don't know if it was the shock of the traveling and the cold weather. It was a very thin-leafed Hoya. The older leaves feel okay, but like I said, 2 of the older leaves dropped off, so I don't know, am I overreacting? It is kind of yellowish, the stem. I'm not sure if that's typical. Anyway, let's put her aside for a moment. Let me see what I want to do about that. It's been a nice mix. It's very gravelly, like coarse orchid bark. It's like some PON combination. But look at this. Looks like dead roots there. So maybe some of the roots were dying off. I'm not sure. Okay, let's look at this. This I've been wanting to repot, and it looks like it's in trouble now, so I have to. I want to put it in orchid bark. I have orchid bark, and this is in sphagnum. Look at that. Yeah, I want to save it. I had actually bought this for someone else, and then it was around Mother's Day, and never got together. And when we did, I forgot about it, and the flowers had dropped. It was so cute when I bought it. Oh, this is going to be fun. Not. So I hope you all had a good Thanksgiving weekend. So, okay, I kind of turned the camera off because I figured it'd be a little boring for you guys, but here it is. Everything's off. So I'm just going to go get my snippers and snip off whatever doesn't look healthy as far as the roots go. And then I might soak it in a little bit of hydrogen peroxide for a while, water mixed with the hydrogen peroxide. And then we'll see. I think I'm going to put it back in the same pot. I want to see if one of my other clear vessels is available that would fit in here, because I like that little setup. It's cute in a little pink pot there. All right, so let me do that, and then we will work on the Three Kings Syngonium. Okay, so a little water in here and a little bit of hydrogen peroxide, and I'm gonna let those roots just sit in there for a little bit. And then, so here's what I decided. This little one, I'm gonna restart it. I hope I'm not killing this thing off, but I'm really worried by the way the new leaves looked. I'll probably lose those leaves, but I'm going to chop this about halfway and grow new roots, hopefully, in fluval stratum. And we'll see. I'm hoping I don't lose it. I just don't like the way this is yellowing here. And I don't know if that's typical. This is my first one. This is Hoya Bella. Which one is it? Louis Bois or something like that, or Bois. Yeah. So I'm gonna soak her. This is some hydrogen and water. Let her little roots soak there for a moment. So hopefully it'll kill off anything, although I am going to probably chop that root system off anyway, but I don't know. Maybe it'll kill off any kind of bad stuff that's going on in the plant. Who knows? We'll see. I'm praying it all goes well. But let's see. This one, oh boy. Okay. I may have to raise this up so you can see her. I'll be right back. Sorry guys, knocking the camera over. What a mess. Anyway, this thing here, let me move these guys out of the way. This here, I've been losing lower leaves. They're getting crunchy and going. And I have water in here. It's in a self-watering pot. However, it's been bugging me. It is not really doing that great. I changed its location. I don't know. I don't think it has any bugs or anything like that going on. But yeah, I could see like this leaf is getting limp. Something's going on here, and I'm not sure. Was it just the repot that it didn't like? I am not sure. So we are going to try to figure this out together. Okay, it should come out. It's so heavy at the PON. There we go. Just need to get under that lip. Take it out. Okay. Okay, I'm back. I just wanted something to put this on in. I hope you guys can hear me. I need to speak louder. I'm still in sleepy mode. I've been up for a little bit, but I don't know. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. All right. I think I already know what's going on here. Let's put this over there. Okay, this is a root rot situation for sure. Oh, great. So it's a good thing I got this thing out when I did, because it's just rotting away. Alright, so what I'm going to do with this thing is get rid of all these rotten roots. Wow, that's really gross. I don't know if you guys can appreciate that. Well, I should have gloves on. Okay, so this is what I'm dealing with. This is what happens when you don't address a problem right away. Oh God, I don't even want to touch that again down there. Gross. This thing has rotted the stem. I think I'm chopping all these roots. This feels okay. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna wash this off. Clean it up. And then we'll see. I think I'm gonna leave it in water for a while. Grow some water roots and then put it in PON. Yeah, that's the plan for this one. So hopefully we can save it. Still got quite a few leaves. I'll probably lose some of these leaves, but we need to stop that from spreading and getting worse. And this, I'll disinfect the PON when I get. Okay guys, sorry about the noise in the background. That's my tea kettle. I'm boiling water to rinse the PON that I was using on this plant. And I'll also use a little hydrogen peroxide. Make sure that PON is clean so that we can reuse it. It's too expensive to toss. There's no way. And this baby is going to soak. I got rid of all the bad stuff, chopped, and it looks like it's been chopped before. So anyway, there's like more than one plant here. I'll probably end up losing some of these leaves, but I'm not going to worry about it. I just want to root it up in water, grow some water roots, so that when I transfer it to PON, it will be okay with that. I think I took it from soil and put it in the PON, and maybe it just started to rot. It looked like it was doing okay, but that PON holds on to water really well, and I don't know, maybe too well. But when you transfer a plant that's been used to soil into PON, it's a shock, of course, to the system, and sometimes the transition doesn't go very well. So I thought if I lost a leaf or two here and there, no big deal. But when I started seeing the plant look limp, and I knew something else was going on and I needed to take that out. So the roots were pretty much rotting away. Part of a stem, one of the stems, um, was rotten. So I chopped that away, cleaned it up, rinsed the leaves off. It's in the water and hydrogen peroxide for now. I'm going to root it up. I'm going to put pothos cutting in there with it, because they say that pothos releases some type of hormone that speeds up rooting. And then once I have sufficient roots, I'll put it back into PON and a smaller pot. It didn't need that much. It didn't need that big a pot. I was just hopeful that it was going to do well and just grow into this big, beautiful plant. But maybe I was rushing that. So anyway, it's been a process. I mean, it's been quite the experience to test out transferring some of my plants to PON. Some take to it very well, but if I was to suggest someone using PON, I would say start with fresh cuttings. It's a lot easier to grow some roots. You can even directly, like I thought about putting this in PON and just growing new roots and letting it be, but I want to watch what's going on with this plant. So I find this, for me, I'm more confident with just growing some water roots first, and then I'll transfer it into PON, and that should be an easier transition for the plant, and hopefully then it'll take and flourish. You know, one can only hope. I think I got the hang of syngoniums now, so I really don't want to lose this one. This one's very special, and, well, I don't want to lose them. So yeah, if I was to suggest PON to anyone, taking a plant that's been used to soil and transferring it into PON is a little bit of a challenge. So it would be a lot easier just to take cuttings and start fresh cuttings in the PON, so that you don't go through that period of shock and all with your plant, losing leaves and maybe losing the plant. It's just not worth it. But yeah, I like PON. Don't get me wrong. I'm so willing to move away from soil altogether. Trying more soilless stuff, combinations, even for my, especially for my Hoyas. They seem to like PON. I have one that, let me go get that one. So this one is in a reservoir of leca with the PON above. These leaves are real soft, and I don't like that. I feel like this one's in trouble too. So since we're going ahead and dealing with some problem children today, I'm going to go ahead and check the roots. I don't think it'll even be hard to get it out of here. Yeah, it's going to come out pretty easily. Okay, so yeah, here we go. This is another one I was a little concerned about. I put it right in front of the light to try to, I don't know, just to blast it so it'll grow some good roots. I don't know. It doesn't look very good as far as the roots go. So I'm very tempted to do the same thing I did with the syngonium. I know I chopped back to try to encourage new roots. I don't know. I don't think the stem feels okay there. I don't feel any soft. I don't know. Let's see. Something's going on with it. I might do the same thing. I don't want to lose the plant. Yeah, it's not the greatest root system in these little, it's all these hairy little, So maybe I'll do the same thing. I'm going to put it in water and let it root up. And then transition it back into the PON. And I probably won't do a reservoir for this one. Maybe it just likes to dry out, like, you know. I'm trying self-watering. I'm trying the different things with my Hoyas to see what works. Like the Curtisii, they really took to the self-watering pots. But I think they're in soil too, because I couldn't seem to get that watering schedule down right with them. They start drying off, and so you know, I just figured if it's in self-watering, that might help. But I think they're in my soilless mixture, maybe. Yeah, I think I do have those in the soilless mix, not the not PON. And there's two of them, and they're both doing fine with self-watering. So I don't know. I'm trying to get to know these plants. I have other latifolias that are just, if they're in PON, no, I have one other. The original, the Macrophylla albomarginata, that's now Latifolia albomarginata. I believe I transferred that to, I'll have to go look. It's hard to keep track now. But anyway, I'm rambling on. Forgive me. I wonder how many of you have clicked away already. But anyway, so what was my point? My point is, keep an eye on your plants. If they're already rooted and you're transferring them into PON, you gotta keep a close eye. You should lose a couple of leaves here and there, but if you see the plant, the entire plant suffering like this one, it's way too soft, and I don't like that. Not for my latifolias. So I'm gonna put it in water for now till I decide. I think I'm just gonna do the same as I'm doing with the Syngonium, grow some water roots, and then we'll see from there. When it's ready, I'll put it in PON again, and I think it'll be fine. But what I'm gonna do is put it in PON in a pot that has holes, water it like I would normally water it if it was in soil, and no reservoir for this one. Okay, all right, so that's the plan for that. Let's see what else I have around here. Okay, so now we're going to deal with the Bella. So what I'm going to do with the Bella is chop her in half, and then restart her in my prop box and pray. I hope I don't lose it, but from what I understand, other people have implied that it can be a little, I don't know, challenging. Here's the light again. Let me do this. Maybe lower the light a little bit, so it's not too bright. Okay, I hope that's good. So yeah, so she's been soaking just in case, but like I said, I'm just gonna get rid of this whole part here, let her grow new roots from here. I'm gonna chop it right there, and then we're gonna separate it about halfway. I don't know, these are new leaves, so I hope they take. I'm hoping. Otherwise, I'll just have this part and hopefully still have a plant. It's such a tiny little thing. And maybe that'll be best. I don't know. Do you think that starting a plant over in your environment might be smart move so that it can adapt, excuse me, to your environment. I don't know if I should take these guys off. I am. I'm sorry, baby. I'm trying to save you. I'm going to add some more fluval to that. That was the old bag that I couldn't find the other day. And I ordered another one. All right, so that's going to be in there. And pray that these leaves survive. Anyway, it's all an experiment, guys. If you haven't figured that one out, it really is. When it comes to plants, you just got to be bold enough to try something different sometimes rather than sit and watch your plant die. I may have killed it off, but I'll try again if need be. I'm hoping not. Okay, so I think this here, I don't know if you can see that. This is just soaking in some hot boiling water with a little bit of hydrogen peroxide, and I'll reuse it once it dries out. I'm going to reuse all of that. I'm not throwing that away. I also have that bigger pot out on the deck. I poured some boiling water in there, and I see it bubbling out there. All right, so here's the plan. This we're going to put back in the prop box and fill it up a little bit more and let it root in fluval for as long as it needs to. This, I'm just gonna, it's soaking in hydrogen peroxide right now and water, and then I'll just try to grow some water roots, I think. Just keep them where I can see the roots and monitor. And then when I feel like it's ready, I'll go ahead and put that back in a pond situation, but just with no reservoir. It'll just be, you know, watering it from the top. And this one as well, we're gonna let this three kings grow some water roots before I put it back in pond. And this baby is about to get, she's just been soaking, getting a good watering too. I'm going to put her in orchid bark. So that's it. I'll keep you posted on all these failures and all. I'm going to keep you posted. I have Alocasia beginda that I had gotten, and what did I do with that? I think I have part of it recorded, so I'll just post the video. It's not doing well, so I just want you to see when I fail as well as when I succeed at my experiments here. It's all trial and error. Don't be afraid to try something different sometimes rather than just sit and wait for your plant to die. Look at the roots, see what's going on. That one, the Alocasia had, I'm trying to think if it had thrips. It definitely, I thought I saw spider mites. I've been having pest issues. The bigger my collection gets, I guess the more of that I'm going to be dealing with. When I had a smaller collection, I felt like I had good control over my plants. So that's something to keep in mind as you grow your collection. Keep it within reason, within your ability to stay on top of. I think I got a little carried away this year, so I can either give some plants away or I can just step up my game as far as plant care. And that's what I'm doing for right now. By springtime, I'm hoping, if everything goes well, to start selling some plants. So I'll be propagating quite a bit, and I'll take you along on that journey. All right, guys, so have a good day. That's enough of plant chores. Not really. I'll be doing the rest off camera. I have to go and water quite a bit up in the plant room. Okay, so take care, enjoy, comment below, and please remember to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you.